With number 10 we have Strongest Fighter. This is a new manhwa and currently has 10 chapters only. Woken up from a date, he's suddenly in a movie set? Wait, he's been reborn as a baby martial artist. In Jongnam clan, which was once one of the 9 strongest clans, he receives the name Gunchung and uses the knowledge of his past life to learn the true meaning of martial arts. When your perspective is different, your martial arts changes. Armed with knowledge, Gunchung brings about a new age of martial arts. To be frank, this is the story of a boy who dies in modern world and gets reborn into the time where there were martial artists. He is very intelligent and overpowered. He uses new skills and methods to increase his powers. Everyone is just shocked to see a small child perform miracles. They call him a prodigy. This manhwa is definitely worth a read. On number 9 we have Aiden. Aiden, the esteemed daughter of a duke and the emperor's direct assassin, the leader of Owl. I gave everything to my lord, but I only received betrayal and deception in return, and death. I will take revenge on you. I will never forgive you even in my death. After taking all the blame, her life came to an end by getting her neck cut off by the guillotine. But the moment she opened her eyes again, she realized she had returned to the age of 17. She then decides to destroy Ferdi, a country that the emperor cherished more than his life. Aiden is now revived and her second life to get revenge and destroy her home country now unfolds. Well, the main character is a female and the story is very good. The best thing is the art itself. So, make sure to give it a read. On number 8 we have I Am the Great Immortal. The previous life was a peerless genius in the world of immortality. He was killed by 3 celestial beings. He was accidentally reborn to his 20s by the Book of Heaven. All he wanted to do was to become an immortal and return to the immortal world, and he became the strongest man on the earth, turning his hands into clouds and covering his hands with rain, provoking anyone who defies him. He is the Venerable One, the ruler of 3,000 worlds. The guy who is 10,000 times better than Thanos. He is Taishuan Taijun, the Great Immortal. Well, here is the simple summary. The story is pretty decent, our protagonist is super overpowered and the art is awesome. On number 7 we have Strongest Caveman. In a wondrous yet different primitive world, you have a shape-shifting saber-toothed tiger and a kung fu panda, literally, but when darkness befalls them, only the one who shines the brightest can save them. Follow the talented engineer, Yan Jin, who witnessed flying cavemen and yet isn't the slightest bit disturbed by it since he knows for sure that he himself is the real caveman over there. Read on as he awakens the ancestral power of the divine fire for the glory of the tribe. So here is something that will change your mind. The main character is not strongest, he is weak. But you'll see him grow stronger and stronger as you keep flipping the pages of the next chapters. This is a fun manhwa, so make sure to give it a read. On number 6 we have Medical Return. I know most people won't recommend this one as it doesn't contain much action. But believe me guys, when we talk about a manhwa with an awesome story, then this sure is the best. This is the story of Kim Ji-hyun, who lived his life as a disreputable surgeon, gains a second chance to relive his life. He then goes back to his middle school days, and lives his life to the fullest. Unlike before, he studies non-stop. His goal is to become a dermatologist, who make lots of money instead of the poor surgeon he was from previous life. Our main character is super intelligent, and shocks the doctors, professors and even his friends. He learns martial arts to get back at those bullies who tormented him in the past. On number 5 we have Immortal Nanny Dad. Yi Zun, a martial artist who was reborn in a modern world in a man who accidentally died, now has to babysit the daughter of this man. This manhwa has a lot of action, and the art is pretty decent. The story is awesome too. The main character is super overpowered, but the only drawback is that the manhwa has very short chapters. I personally read it because of Nuon, who is the little daughter. She is too cute and funny. On number 4 we have King Killer Reborn. Zan Chu Tuo finds a heavenly scroll that will return him to the world where he died. A world where his father reigns supreme as the Demon King. The only catch, Zan Chu Tuo is brought back, in the body of the recently deceased Su Yun Lan. Armed with both the heavenly scroll, and the demonic possession, the secret cultivation technique of the Nine Hells clan, a new and improved, Su Yun Lan is out for the king's head and the princess's hand in marriage. This is a funny manhwa as well as has a lot of great action scenes. Also, the main character is not a wimp, and uses his brain. He also is overpowered. This manhwa has a lot of chapters. So enjoy reading it. On number 3 we have, again, My Life. A hot-blooded prosecutor, Kim Hai-woo, was murdered and sunk into the ocean while chasing the tyrant who controlled Korea. But, Kim Hai-woo meets a grim reaper who gives him a chance to relive and sends him back to when he was 18 years old. As a high schooler, Kim Hai-woo prepares to punish the tyrant Jo Tae-sup. To get the devil, you have to become one. This is by far one of the most reasonable and badass manhwa I have ever read. The main character is too smart and he knows very well what he is doing. On number 2 we have Long Live the King. An ordinary student accidentally traveled into another universe and becomes the king of a small kingdom. He had gotten a cheating code of life and was able to complete something extraordinary. This is the story about a king from a small kingdom that was able to conquer continents and leave behind him an ultimate legend. Let me give you a spoiler, this is a double isekai type manhwa, and also the main character has a system like Sung Jin Woo from Solo Leveling that helps him become overpowered. The main character is like an angel to his friends and a demon to his enemies. This manhwa ended with 126 chapters, but the light novel has a lot more, so make sure to read it. On number 1 we have SSS Class Suicide Hunter. Wow, now this is what I call a masterpiece. The main character is a weak hunter. He wishes for an S rank skill, and he gets one. But the funny thing here is, if he wants to activate the skill then he has to die. And that is how a legendary hunter is born with the power of immortality. Just read this. You will thank me later. And here we have it. Our list is now complete. So I guess you loved the video, right? Could you subscribe our channel, so that we can keep recommending the good stuff to you? And you know what the interesting part here is? That subscribing is totally free.